Have you guys seen that one?
No.
I've seen many of them. Which one do you refer to?
Shirley getting pregnant. I mean, not that she ends up getting pregnant at the Halloween episode, but I like that like a huge chunk of the show was about how it could have been something that
Right.
happened at that outrageous zombie Halloween party where they were all infected by. Also, spoilers for Community, I guess, but it's been long enough, you guys.
Big community
Spoilers, yeah.
for this classic, was it 2015 or earlier show?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for the movie, okay? It's
For
current.
real.
It's current. 6 seasons.
Waiting
6
on
seasons
Dan
in a movie.
Harmon and not Dan Harmon. Dan Harmon wants to do it. Yeah, it was
I think-
2009 to 2015.
I think they'll do it. I think it'll happen.
I hope.
I reckon we'll get a Community movie.
Yeah, everyone in the cast wants to do it.
I mean, 6 seasons in a movie, right? That was the goal.
Yeah.
If you love Community, tell us in the chat.
If not, I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, if not, leave
No,
the chat.
your opinions.
If not,
your
then
opinions
fuck
matter.
off.
Go find another game to play.
Yeah.
I guess to watch. You're not really playing if you're in the chat. All right. Well, so let's get down to business. So, welcome back, folks. This is Darkness and Dragons. We are a 5e live stream for mature audiences, and we focus on roleplay over combat. If this is your first time with us, welcome. If you have any questions about the game or the story, about us, you want to chat, we are in the Twitch stream, so check us out. And with that out of the way, let's do some introductions. We had a bit of a odd episode last week where we had a Halloween special, so we'll talk about both that and get you back into the plot of what's happening this week. So, as usual, I am your Dungeon Master, Melissa, and with me is...
Me, Laura, and I am playing Verity / Ryan, the Asmar Rogue.
Me, Luna, and I play Brillia, our Tiefling Warlock.
Me, Michael, playing Ariana, the happy-go-lucky Necro Druid.
Me, Bree, I play Lenore, the Shadowclad Cleric.
And me, Ian, and I played Tabbi, the Tabaxi Bard. So let's find out what happened last time we all met. Last time we all met on Darkness and Dragons, the party continued their quest to reclaim the city of slavery from the slavers. With Lord Sumi dead, they set their sights on Astrid. Lord Sumi, his guards helped to infiltrate the brothel before the party arrived and revealed themselves as rebels. The party managed to take out the remaining guards and quickly realized that the sex workers were being controlled by the dastardly Astrid. With some casualties and a lot of fire, the party were able to take out Astrid and free the sex workers from their slavery life. After another group shower, the team makes plans to travel back to Tabby's homeland and reunite the lost Tabaxi people with their families. That night, though, a strange thing happened.
Wait, can we pause just after the group shower? Talk about a non sequitur that people are not going to get.
What? That's the group therapy shower. That's the people not normally do that.
It's fine.
This isn't the first one at this stage.
Yeah, this is a well-established thing that everyone likes to do in the party. This is a
And
concept.
it's not going to be the last either.
No,
No.
water, blood. Who knows what's gonna be next?
Guys, I need to shower. Let's go. Everybody?
Instead of girls going to the bathroom together, we all go to the shower together. You ready? It's shower time, guys.
I'm hungry. Okay. Shower time.
Oh man, how about we also hear about the excursion from last week? There is the fun travelings up north. The journey was about to begin as the leaves started to change around the caravan from a vibrant green into a fall's hushed yellow into a more relaxed tone of red. We found a small farm. That's Jacob's farm, I believe it was. And he told us, with all of our caravan, there's a town up ahead. It's kind of cursed, or is it? And leave all your people here. You guys go and go up ahead. So there was me. I was up there. There was our friend Luna. Luna. Who is Luna? Brillia was up there, and Lenore was there. We all went forward. The others were sticking in the back at the farm, and there was a big crowd of people just standing outside of the town. It was very foggy. It was getting late, and no one was going over the bridge into the town. And I was curious. I went up there. Was like, this is kind of weird. Everyone else came forward, and they're like, we need heroes. There's 3 people that are supposed to come. So the 3 of us went in. We found a child who was in there. We're gonna take him out, but he was an enemy because there's a lot of other things, like there's these weird scarecrows that tried to attack us. After we elderly destroyed all of them, it was a good time. You had to have been there. There's a weird man on a horse. He had no head, had like pumpkins with like faces and fire, and he was trying to kill us. And he brought out a sword, and he got us. And then we also like are alive still. So I'm confused on what's going on with that, because I think after that we all went back, and I woke up and it didn't happen. And I look over at Brilliant's like, did that? You're awake? Yeah. Are you awake? Brilliant, you awake?
I'm awake. That was very weird, but we're alive. We're alive. That's what's important because we were almost not alive. So we'll go with it.
I don't know what any of that was, because I'm still, I'm in my cat pajamas.
Did you guys? I'm sorry. Did you have like a really weird dream as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Man on a
Yeah,
horse.
Lenore, you were not allowed to die.
Yeah, no
That's
one's
all I have to say.
Oh. This is weird. This weird ribbon. That's odd.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Was it like the cauldron group dream we had, getting the cauldron, like that kind of weird group dream?
I don't know.
It seems more lethal, if anything.
Yeah, a lot more lethal. A lot more worrisome. But hey, at least it was a dream. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take
Should
that
we
it was a
be
dream.
concerned about having group dreams? Is that maybe abnormal in and of itself?
I think if it was any other group, it would be abnormal. But we have a small halfling who talks to Vecna, and we have a Shadow Queen's direct disciple. It's anything's fair game at this point. Actually, Ariana, before I ask you this,
No, I'm awake. Yep. Hi.
I just want to know from Brilliant and the North, did you also see the weird like zoom out from above when like there's like this weird out of body zoom out I saw where Ariana had a pumpkin and it like was going kind of weird too, and there was like laughter and it was kind of weird.
I mean, I was playing. I had a dream that I was playing with this little one in a pumpkin patch field, and I heard some weird voices. But I mean, it's just a dream, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
We've been spending way too much time together, right?
Yeah, speaking of just a dream,
Shall
Verity, you definitely had just a dream where you were dead again and hanging out with Arsene.
Dead, you mean not dead?
Yeah, I mean
I'm
not
definitely
dead.
still trying to cross over.
So were you trying the whole time? Like, give us a sample of what that dream was like.
It wasn't very much like the first. Like I would like to believe like this is that I have reached my life goal. That it's a test, right? Like it's a barrier to moving on.
Arsene is?
He's gotta figure out the puzzle. I don't know. Maybe he's a part of the puzzle, but there's a puzzle that needs to be. Yeah, it's a puzzle. Then once you unlock it, then you get the goodies.
The death you get.
Death.
Okay.
Death. You get death. Yeah, which is the goodie. Yeah.
Of course it is. All right. Well, with that all out of the way, let's start off where we were last time. So you guys were in Marin's port, and you managed to kill both Astrid and Lord Sumi, who are the evil slave leaders, basically the 2 major slavers left in this country since it is now outlawed. So you had the 18 slaves you brought with you, or priver slaves, who are hiding outside of town, and news has come to them. And last night there was a huge festival where everyone celebrated basically being free. And it seems like the children and the women from the brothel are going to basically set up kind of an orphanage together, and they have enough resources because of the mining that they can live pretty happily for quite a while. So morning comes. Most of you have weird dreams. Actually, all of you have weird dreams. And yeah, what do you want to do before you get back on the road?
One of the things Tabby wanted to do, he wanted to write a letter to Arsene to keep tabs with him. Anything too extravagant, just to keep in touch and make sure he knows that I'm still trying to keep him involved.
Aw, that's sweet. Important question. How do you address the letter?
I think Tabby would write it as formally as possible, going to the capital or going to Caracat.
Aw, you
so
actually
he
gonna say like Crown Prince Arsene?
on the outside, yeah.
On the inside, it's like, sup, Raven. No, not Raven.
Sup, Falcon?
Sup, Falcon?
Sup, pigeon.
Sup,
How's it
pigeon
going?
boy?
How's it going, seagull? Yeah.
Girlfriend's not eating. Don't worry about that.
You can talk to her when you talk to her whenever that is. Everyone's trying to take care of her. I don't know why I'm typing this out on my desk like I'm typing it, but typewriters are a thing, aren't they? Typewriters would be a thing in this world.
Sure.
Because it's mechanical.
They're not hard.
Yeah.
That
It's
makes
just
sense.
tech.
Yeah.
No electricity. So, let me see. I was gonna type on my keyboard to have some sort of tactile sound, but no. He pretty much writes on the inside, "Dear Mr. the Falcon, this is Tabby speaking. You know, the tall one, the ears, the fur, the one that made you kind of hotter.
There's not a word limit, is there?
No, it's gonna be short and sweet. It's like a very long, like scroll type of thing, but it's only gonna be like this little block of text.
Yeah.
And
It'd be
half
like,
the paragraph is Tabby describing himself.
it's me,
Like the
Tabby,
meme
you know?
thing,
And like,
I don't
Arsene's
know.
reading it, and he's just like, yes, I know who you are,
Yes,
Tabby.
I know
Where's
who
the
you are,
point?
Tabby.
Attached is a headshot. I hope you will
You
enjoy
haven't
it.
seen me in a while. I will draw a sketch.
Yeah, there's the
Attached
ears.
is a sketch.
Oh, sorry, I ran out of ink. I'll message you later.
I thought I had something important to say, so I guess I'll just end it now. Anyway, have a good day. I just wanted to give him a little update on the party and where we're currently at, as well as hoping him well. Nothing too special, nothing that's too wordy.
Okay. Well, that's nice. All right. You send it off with a messenger, and hopefully it'll get there soon.
Had the little postage stamp on it. Nice, I like that.
Yeah,
Cool.
no matter the distance, right? That's the
No
name of the
matter-
company. So, all right, let's go around. Lenore, is there anything you want to do before you leave the city?
Pretty ready to just hit the road again. I think we need to make some progress with this whole situation. I'm getting a bit freaked out.
I mean, you
There's
did
gods
draw a lot of things in blood, so I mean, what else is there to do?
I know, right? I guess I wouldn't mind checking on Verity. I'm a little concerned about her mental stability given her relationship with this glove.
That's fair. All right, so we'll give you guys time to chat that out before you maybe on the road.
Yeah.
Ariana, is there anything you want to do before you leave the city?
Sure about like in the city itself, but I think as we're leaving, I'll have another conversation with Koss.
Perfect. Put that one on the list. Koss and Ariana. All right, Brillia.
Brillia's just gonna have a cry session at some point before we leave. But besides that, she's ready to go.
Brillia, don't worry. There's a crying caravan.
Yeah, there's a crying caravan, but she needs to like preemptively cry before getting to the crying caravan.
Okay,
Got
like
a
a
pre-game.
pre-cry.
Come to my caravan. I mean, you can cry, you can arrive crying, you can leave crying, you can come fine, cry, then leave. Like, there's no rules in the crying caravan.
Okay. Crying is noted. You have cried a lot and loudly. And Koss wanted to come talk to you but didn't. Verity, is there anything you want to do before you leave?
No. I miss horse. I think I would like to go. I think I miss horse. I would like to get back to horse.
Okay.
Horse understands me.
Horse gets you. Horses,
Yep.
All right. Well, you guys, morning comes after your nightmare. You're all ready to jump onto the road. And you say goodbye to some of the new friends that you made. Alexi thanks you for staying and asks for, well, they give you a bill for payment for the room here.
How much is it?
How much does my soul hurt looking at this bill?
And how many gems do we have from Lord Sumi's place?
See, that's the real question.
How much is it relative to Ariana's schooling?
It's
Schooling
not
debt?
too bad at all. It was about 50 gold a night for all of you.
Oh, that's easy.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
not bad at all.
How many nights were we there? 2?
2.
3? 2. So 100 gold.
Yeah.
I look at Verity because I assume she has money.
I don't carry my own money. Doesn't somebody else carry our money?
I will point out that Michael did win a 10,000 gold earlier, but gave it away.
Yeah.
I don't know. We haven't really used money that much. Tabby, do you have money?
Tabby turns and you hear the coins in his pocket. Says, "You say, no,
Jingle,
not
no,
much, no.
Jingle."
I think. Let me just check my pockets." Opens up his vest a little bit.
Tabby's encumbered.
Like, you're all
He's
just
kind
like,
of sweating.
oh, I don't know. Sorry, I guess I don't have any money.
Tabby's wearing a very, very lumpy stuffed vest that looks very rigid and blocky. Bitcoin, that's fine. Takes out, what was it? Would it be, if it's 100 gold, it would be just 10 platinum?
10 platinum, yep.
Lucky I have these convenient platinum bars.
As you look at the bill, you actually see that you've got several discounts for various things on there, and actually what you're paying for is just the food you guys ate. So
We need to go before they figure out that your fur, Tabby, has clogged the fountain. So can we just...
Oh yeah.
I did try to clean that out.
Yes, I know we didn't. So before the
And
room
then you
overflowed,
also you also had those fur balls, so you did a good job of cleaning them out. But then it came back up.
That was
Somebody's going to look under the bed eventually. So if we could just...
Let's just go.
Tabby looks over at Sapphire and he emails, "Those hair balls weren't mine. Were the..."
Did you?
No, I just...
Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyways, you settle your bill with Alexi. You got a big discount because you saved a whole bunch of people, and he likes to work in a town where slavery is not a thing. So, Good job. You did it.
Thank you.
You also say goodbye to Lita and Gabriel, who are 2 of the rebels who have been living in the forest trying to stop the slavery caravans from coming through, and who now have a chance to settle down and live their lives as normal.
Do you think they'll be bored?
Probably a
They'll
little
probably
bit.
be bored. Yeah.
But they can be a guard, right?
And,
Sure.
and plus, don't we have a handful of the people that we are bringing to different towns up this road? Aren't there a handful of people staying over in Marinsport here?
You're correct. So you have about 18 people with you, and about 12 of them are planning to stay here.
Oh, that's so much more convenient. Oh,
Yeah.
weight off my chest, goodness.
Yeah, so...
the crying caravan's going to be a lot more empty.
Well, you would think so.
I'll fill it with sadness, don't worry.
The kids are still staying with you. Your friend, the Arakokra man, are staying with you.
Cool.
On to the next location. The last person you, I guess, need to say goodbye to, besides all the other slaves, is Caraway, your good friend. She very shyly thanks you for helping her and her sister. And, yeah. You did good.
All in the day's work.
You only killed some people.
Could have been more.
Could have been more. All right. So, before you leave, the last thing you notice is, like I said, Ariana gave the prize money from that contest at the castle to the girl who sold her the ticket. And that girl has decided to give some of her winnings to each of the other slaves. So each of the slaves who you guys are bringing have about 500 gold. So quite enough to start a good life for themselves.
That's a relief.
Yeah. So, you leave Marinsport feeling pretty darn good about yourselves. You get on your mounts, leaving about half the carts behind for those who've decided to stay. With a wave to your friends, you finally leave them to live their lives free and continue on the path north. It's an uneventful trip. The children with you are finally beginning to relax, feeling safe for the first time in their young lives. Tamar finally builds up enough stamina to fly more than a few minutes at a time, and when he returns to the carts from scouting, it's often with tears of joy in his eyes. The further north you trek, the more the cold begins to eat away at you, and soon snow is falling all around, making the path slower and harder to navigate. So, let's take a bit of time to see what you guys are up to on this trek. So, let's see Verity and Lenore. So Verity, we know, is not doing well because, she has been refusing to eat for a while.
I'm fine.
And also the loud cries coming from her caravan always.
Yeah, and she's crying constantly.
No.
And
when she's not crying, she's talking to the glove.
Yep, and Lenore is deeply concerned about the stuff with Vecna. So, let's see if you guys can open up a little bit. Deal with some of your traumas.
Gonna deal with trauma today.
That sounds really uncomfortable. Can we not just continue to shove it all down? No? Okay.
You can decide when it is that you can no longer shove it down. Maybe Lenore comes to you at night and traps you in the back of your cart and is like, no.
Get off me!
Hey, how you doing?
Sorry, did you have you ridden up beside? What are we doing?
I'm gonna just jump in your cart.
So
I'm visiting.
Nighttime? Am I riding? Am I in the car? Am I on horse? Where am I?
You
set the scene.
Okay. Let's set the scene. You, Verity, are riding on horse. Actually, you're behind the reins, like you're whatever, mushing,
right.
Whatever you call it when you drive a
No,
carriage.
I ride horse. I always ride horse.
Okay, so you ride horse, and you've got the crying caravan behind you. But you only need 3. You only have 3 of these caravan covered right now. So I'd say Lenore maybe is not having a cart right now. So she comes up beside you on her horse.
So she's cart lonely. She's looking at cart steal.
Maybe she wants the crying cart.
And
I'm gonna say this is probably nighttime, and Verity has fallen back a ways from the rest of the group. I'm going to say there's nobody around. Probably all of the people who are traveling with you are in one of the up front carts. And you can see a lantern swinging from the back of Ariana's cart. So you can see them up ahead. But they're far enough away that you guys are alone.
And I have an empty crying cart. I mean, no. Okay. All right. Okay.
It's as empty as your heart.
Are you currently crying?
I'm so empty. No.
Yeah, roll to see if you're currently crying. I'm kidding.
I'm not currently crying. I'm not currently crying.
So how's the road? How's it going?
It's smelly.
Yes. It is quite smelly, especially seeing as we were just in that lovely bathhouse. It was nice. Showers were nice.
I don't know what I would say, I missed a group bath, but I missed a group bath.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. Missing things is fine. Missing home, missing people is okay as well. Is there anything else you're kind of missing at the moment, or no?
Why are you being weird?
I don't know. You've been a bit strange, Verity. I know that you're often sad, and
I'm never sad.
Oh, what is it? I'm sorry. Not sad. Something else.
Despondent anger, which is not the same.
No, you're right. That isn't the same. And maybe that's what I'm concerned about, that you seem less angry and more teary lately. And also, does the glove talk back to you?
No. I'm not insane. I'm not insane, and the glove doesn't talk back to me.
Okay, yep.
Which is sometimes preferable, Lenore.
I don't. There's magic. There's lots of arcane trickeries, and it was a genuine question. Maybe the glove does speak to you sometimes. I'm not sure. We can't forget that there is a person in there, so it's not a normal glove. I understand that. But I just wanted. you know, you can talk to me if you want to. I know I'm not a glove, but
I don't want. Right. I know I shouted at you about it before, and I don't want to bring it up again because that is not the point, and I have completely moved on. But I don't want you are not just you anymore. You are two other people. So what I say to you, am I just saying it to you? How much of that goes to other people? It's not.
well, if it makes you feel better, I really didn't know that Cos was a servant of Vecna. So
Do you think that makes me feel better, Lenore?
Well, I'm just saying
that makes me feel better.
that seems like a pretty big piece of information. That if we could know what
This is
each
a
other
giant
knows,
piece of information that
Yeah.
yes, of course, we probably all should have known before decisions were made. Of course,
but I
of course.
didn't.
Yeah.
So if you tell
No.
me something, I doubt they'll know it.
Oh, but don't you all feel the things that everyone else feels? And isn't that how that works?
Yeah, so they might feel that I'm sad, but they won't know it's because you're yelling at me.
Like you just,
Or they might know that I'm happy, and you know, they won't know that it's because we're having a lovely shower.
I don't
Unless,
know.
except
You
they will
tell
know
me.
because they're also in the shower. No, I'm telling you. So you can tell me things and they won't know, but yes, they might feel. I mean, I feel like a different kind of angry at the moment. At Cos. I used to just kind of feel indifference towards her, but now I feel like mad at her. But I don't know.
She
I
should have
don't know
told you.
why. Well, yeah, she's.
Oh,
I think we can establish that
I
Cos
know
is a bit of a
why.
bitch.
Yeah. Well, you don't know why. I know exactly why.
I know, but that's context clues, not just because I'm soulbound. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell me things, and they won't know them, unless.
No. I mean, while you're angry, while you're upset.
Yeah. Probably a bad time to have a snack.
No. Look,
You want one?
No. Right. I don't want to be angry on your behalf, but am I? A little bit.
Well, I mean, it's kind of nice to see you angry. And not that I like that you're angry, but it's just that angry seems a lot more Verity than just crying in the caravan.
Oh no, I spend most of my life being very pathetic and very sad. You haven't known me that long. I assure you, I don't like what Cos did. I don't. And this is, I don't think my issue is not with. And again, it's not my place. But
it kind of is.
You're my best friend. I care about you. And obviously it doesn't feel nice when people aren't honest with you. I don't like that either. It's not up to me to defend you, but I don't have to like it when people don't treat you nicely. And honesty before they take on part of your soul. I think there would be a bit of a, but it's not Brilliant's fault. So how do you hate one and not hate the other?
It's confusing. But it does help that the bit that I'm getting from Cos is a lot of love for Brillia, and the bit that I'm getting from Brillia is a little bit of hate for Cos. Well, there's some love there too, but it makes it a lot less difficult because that's kind of similar to how I feel to them, just less like strong. But what I'd like to know is like, you get angry for me, and well, I don't really know how I'm supposed to feel towards Arsene at the moment. Am I meant to be angry at him? Because I feel a bit angry at him.
No. Sometimes things don't work out, and it's not always because anything horrible happened, and sometimes people have responsibilities, and people have duties that matter more than being in love. Like it's fact. Like it's not as easy as just, you know, picking up and doing what you want with who you want and when you want, and it's not his fault. I mean,
Insight.
Right? I'm like, I kind of want to make a real deception, but I feel like Verity's just like, well, yeah, that's true. Everyone hates me, and like.
Can I tell if she believes the things that she's saying, or if she's mad?
I mean, you guys were best friends. I feel like that, like you can probably read Verity pretty well. Verity, what are you feeling?
She believes it. Like, she's not like okay, like Verity's used. Like, she's not upset for some, like, I mean, it still hurts, but like, she's not upset for like someone passing her over. Like, she's used to like other people having better things to do, or everything has already been about something bigger. Like, she's not. It still sucks because it isn't something that she can fix or repent for or do anything to make better. So that feels kind of helpless. But I mean, like, being screwed over, like, isn't not. I mean, that's not the right word, but that's not something new.
Yeah.
But you also know that Arsene was in love with her and like clearly was invested in the relationship, and that, you know, Atlas was kind of a mess when you guys left. But that would be drawing your own conclusions.
And that is not the point.
I just... Have you heard from him? Has he sent you letters? Have you messages?
No, not messages. So okay, so and you should understand this better than most people. Right, so I've been not trying to die, but like crossing my fingers that I do, right? Just if it happens to come across, right? That's all. Not aiming for it, just in case it happens. That would be fantastic. And so there's a part of being Asmar and conversing with the gods, and then when I lost my wings, then that didn't happen anymore. And normally conversing with the gods happened in dreams, and then I didn't have those. And now I'm having those. And then at first I thought I was dead. Like, I really hoped I was dead, but Arsene was there, and he was being very difficult. So
you've really got to stop hoping that you're dead. Can I just put that out there? Can you stop wanting to be dead?
But death is not bad.
Oh, you're preaching to the choir. I know death is not bad, but it's also it's like looking forward to retirement when you're 20. Like, just stop for a bit.
Yes, but if all your friends are retired, you would probably want to be retired too.
But just suck it up and keep working, because it's not your time.
It's not fun anymore.
Well, it's kind of hurtful that you want to just not be alive all the time. Come on, if I didn't want to be alive all the time, you'd have some things to say about that.
Do you not want to? Because we could both...
I'm not doing a death pact with you, Verity. I'm sure we'll both get the chance to be dead soon. I'm kind of already a little bit dead anyway, and you're kind of dead inside. So
tell me I can't be dead at all, and you're already half dead.
Well, you can. It's just, oh my goodness. Maybe we can talk to Ariana about this.
Half dead.
Oh, I really think, yes, maybe we can bring this up with Ariana, because she seems to have quite the ability to make people be mostly dead, but still alive. But again, I think we digress. One, let's just do like bullet points, right? We have Vecna. That seems to be an issue. Do we just give CODs to Vecna? I feel like Billy is not going to be okay with that. But also, like, She kind of
Raph
just
is
she
my
got
friend.
herself into it. She got
Raph is
herself
my
into it.
friend. Koss
Yeah.
is not. So if it comes down to a trade, then absolutely, absolutely Koss. Absolutely.
Then how do we deal with the Brillia situation? Because she's going to be like a little bit mad if we like give her wife to.
We're not
Vecna.
talking about Atlas. We're not talking about Brillia. We're not talking about the outsides of it all. We are talking about one person for another. If not, then you're going to be told, oh, then what about Atlas's cousins? Or what about
True.
Raph's parents? What about Raph's family? What about... Then it's always going to be the most simplest way to decide it is not to get any further out than one person for another. And if we absolutely have to decide and absolutely have to choose, which I hope it doesn't come down to that, but if you absolutely have to...
Well, at the moment, we're just kind of ignoring in the situation, which doesn't seem healthy, right? We're just like leaving. We're just leaving Raph with Vecna. And I know Ariana seems really like chill with this whole situation, but we are aware that Vecna's like a bad guy, right?
And
Like it's kind of his whole
leave
shtick.
Raph with Vecna.
Yeah.
No, I understand that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe do we talk to Brillia about this as well, or do we try and not talk to her?
Say what? Give up the person that you love so that you can
Yeah.
bring back somebody that you barely know.
Yes. But it also was
But
like
apparently she also
Cos's
barely
fault.
knows Cos. So, you know, there's
Yeah.
that. I guess she barely knows.
What do you think Tabby would think about it?
I don't know. I'm going to, you know, ask him.
Does
This
it
is not
feel a bit-
anything to take sides, but
I feel kind of weird about going behind Brillia's back and discussing, you know, sacrificing her girlfriend, but also like
we don't know that it's a sacrifice. We don't know that it's a sacrifice. All Vecna said is that he wanted to speak to Cos.
that's
It
true.
was not a sacrifice. That was
That's
never
true.
in it.
Yeah, Vecna never seems to want to kill people. That's he's
Oh
not
no,
into
I mean,
that.
it's certainly a possibility. I'm not saying it's not a possibility.
I mean,
I'm saying that
everything's a
it's not
possibility, isn't it? Though,
certainty.
really.
Exactly. I'm saying it's not a certainty.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe we should split up, right? And to make it look less sus, and like you talk to Ariana and I'll talk to Tabby, and just be like, what are we going to do about this? Ariana's going to be a little bit biased though as well because she's like Vecna's like her best friend right now.
And everyone will want Raph back too.
Okay, well you chat to Ariana and I'll chat to Tabby, and I mean, stop wanting to be dead. Maybe see if you can have some food. I'm not going to push the situation. I don't think you're going to, you know.
Fine.
Yeah. And I don't know. Let's be hopeful for the future. We can do that, right? I want you to be happy, that's all.
Yeah,
Or
I liked you
less...
better when you were angry in the Shadowfell.
Okay, well I'll try and be angrier, bitch.
See,
No,
that's
right away.
Thank you.
All right.
I love her.
So you guys get a little closer. Verity, do you start eating a little bit more now that Lenore has agreed to help you make a death pact, maybe? Or doesn't, I guess.
I'll have a nibble. Like I'm not eating.
Good job, Lenore. You're a good party member.
Minimum calorie intake.
Yeah. She's not gaining weight, she's not losing weight. She's probably still losing a bit, but you know. All right, let's follow through with that a little bit later. But let's flip over to simultaneously Brillia and Tabby talking. You guys are in the center cart and are sitting together. Both your horses are tied to this one cart, and you're just enjoying a nice night together. Maybe having some tea or some hot chocolate as you ride through the beautiful scenic snow.
The first night I don't have to actually, you know, man the front of the cart, so that's nice.
Yes, it's a lovely break. It's also lovely to see the snow. I haven't seen it before, at least not in real life.
Doesn't snow that far down? I thought it would snow close. Damn. No, yeah, snow's very, very nice. Once we have a chance to actually stop and play in it, you could do these cool little thing with the snow and like pick it up in your hand, compact it, and like start throwing it, and it's like a cool little like snowball. It doesn't hurt. It like hits you and it bounces off, but I keep thinking about going back up north, and like I'm excited about it. I was more anxious about it before Marin's port, but now that I'm on my way up there, it feels like it's a real thing happening again finally. So I'm excited to see my people again.
It brings me a lot of comfort that you're that excited. I think we're lacking excitement right now in the party in general. So
Yeah. Can't blame them. I mean, there's a lot going on. Yeah.
there definitely is. But I'm happy, and hopefully you get to be back with your family, which I know is a great comfort.
I mean, there's no one really too close to me up there at this point. So I mean, I got cousins, I got a couple siblings, maybe if they haven't left yet, I don't know. But as long as I can do something to help them, that's the goal. What are you looking forward to seeing up there? Because we're going through a few little spots. I think there's a small town we're passing through before going up to the main area, which I might not have anyone come up with me, but we'll find out.
Honestly, if it's as lovely as this, I think I'm just ready to enjoy the scenery and just keep to myself a little bit. But
Yeah.
that's all. Especially if we're not going with you to the main town, then it gives us time to take a breather.
Yeah, a big breather for everything that we have gone through.
For everything we just did.
You're doing all right? I mean, I know there still hasn't been too much resolution with the whole, Broadlove's situation.
No, and I guess that's partially my own doing. But it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. I'm still very mad, and I'm not quite sure what to do with this anger. I haven't had the opportunity to be this mad at someone in a long time. I was always so busy, just distracting myself because I had to be busy. I had to be busy to survive, take care of my brother. I didn't have a chance to learn how to deal with everything. And now I'm mad and I don't know what to do about it.
Well, this is the time and the place to let yourself experience those feelings. I mean, Tabby moves his arm, looks out, pushes up, pushes forward to point up at the sky, and the I'm guessing there's mountains starting to really push over the horizon at this point. It's quite a breathtaking scene we have to sit back and reflect on the emotions we feel relative to how beautiful the world is. It seems like it's kind of a non-related thing, but there's beauty in everything, even the anger you're feeling right now. It's good that you're getting it out, and it's good that you're able to think about it in a place that's not hostile is the word. I think hostile. Don't have too much of a threatening area to be sat in. Which hey, that's been
we always have Verity's cart.
It looks over and you see like eyes being rubbed and
Like, I feel like your cart is this like roomy, happy little place. There's like warm drinks and there's lanterns. You guys are like happy in the snow, and then you look back and there's just this like cart alone with a single horse, like in the darkness.
We have
in the
alcohol.
back.
Thank you. We have alcohol and shock blankets. Come to my cart. Come on.
Or if you want, we also have. I was going to advertise. I'm not going to advertise. There's no ad money in that, so I'm not going to. So I'm guessing that we still have like they have Tamar, the two Tabaxi kids, and Sapphire in here. So I'm gonna motion up to the front of the cart and offer to take the reins from whoever's. I'm guessing it would be Tamar, I guess, man in the front of the cart at this point.
For sure.
I'll tell him I'll take over. But yeah, sit up here. It's nice. It's good to get a little bit of the bitter cold on your face before it actually starts to hurt.
It doesn't actually feel that cold to me, surprisingly.
Well, you got that warm blood, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, fair. Yeah. But no, you have to get those emotions out. What are you mad at? Like, I know that you're mad at costs, but I mean that's kind of a broad situation to be mad at.
I'm mad because I feel lied to.
Of course. But was it malicious? Was it to harm you?
No, it wasn't, which makes it almost harder that I still feel mad about it.
And you're allowed to feel mad. That's valid. I don't know why you wouldn't feel mad at this point. There just hasn't been a conversation about that yet. And I don't know if that's Koss not knowing how to approach you, or if you don't know if Koss can handle a talking to from a confident woman as yourself. And I look over to wherever Koss is. I can't find Koss. I'm not gonna try to put that in there. But no,
She's tried to talk to me. I've admittedly been avoiding it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just it's complicated. I love her so much. And it's confusing to be so innately angry and hurt by someone that I love, and it's just it's also really disheartening that for me 2 years with her is a lot of what I would consider my life, what's truly my life, after
Someone's playing music.
after, not really having a life in the sense of experiencing things outside of working / taking care of my brother. It's 2 years is a lot for me. And 2 years is nothing to Koss, as we've learned.
It's
So
kind
that
of,
also really hurts.
it's I guess a more deceitful way to put why humans and elves don't really have long relationships together, because that doesn't really line up. But I'm personally confused on why Koss couldn't say, "Hey, I've had history." That's what I'm confused about. But I don't think anything was ever at any point to harm you. And
I
in
know.
their eyes, they didn't want to have lived that past life. They're trying to live this life now. And in this life now is they've known you for 2 years, 2 important years of their life, 2 important years of your life. And you're both sentient beings. You're not immune from anger. You're not immune from sadness, even if it's your closest being in the world. Like, if I was to see Arsene and Atlas and not know anything about them, like the first time I met Crown Prince.
That was I was less mad because I didn't know him. That was
yeah. And I mean, I sent a letter to him saying, "I hope you're well today." That was what, like the months. That was less than a year ago at this point. But I mean, still, it all it takes is talking, and it's communication, and you're gonna be okay.
Trust me, I know it's communication.
Hand
I'm
on
normally
shoulder.
the one initiating the communication. But anyway, I'll eventually get around to talking to her. I guess I'm afraid that I'll eventually explode in her face when I do. So,
But why would you explode? You're angry, and I know you want to let it out. Just rationalize what you're feeling and get out the pinpoints of what you need to say. You don't need to like hold back the words you want to say. Just you don't need to make it into I mean, maybe you could make it into an assault. They could take it. They're big and tough.
well, they did. She did offer to let me hit her.
That's just not constructive. That's
that's what I thought. I was tempted to do it though. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what you could do, a really hard finger poke, and it's like not a hit, but it's kind of like more playful. It's like, I'm mad at you. I still care about you. I'm mad at you. I don't know if that works. I haven't really done that to anybody. It just seems like it would be the funnier way to do something.
We'll see. I guess, talking about when she offered to let me hit her, I was kind of afraid because apparently I can do a lot of damage now.
Yeah. You're also strong. Is that surprising to you that you are as strong as you are? Okay, maybe that would be surprising if you've never been in the battlefield per se. So I mean, that makes sense. It's impressive though. It really is.
Well, once again, the only reason I'm this song is because of Palar, so here we are. Anyway, but it's fine.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Of course.
Even if in this cold breezy night, it'll be a warm, strong reunion once things are all settled. And
I hope so. And I hope that's the case for you and your people, Tabby. I really do.
oh, I don't know the welcome I'm gonna be getting, honestly. I mean, at least I'm bringing back some Tabaxi that are going to be. I look back at them and I keep looking back at everybody. It's okay. It's supposed to be like the camera turning to them, but I look back at them and look back. It's gonna be nice to have more than just money coming back up to them, having more and more love and support to go around. That's all I ever wanted, and it's all they're gonna get at this point. So I'm happy about that.
I'm relieved that the siblings will be getting a lot of love and care.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Just growing up in the castle like that, can't imagine.
Never would want to imagine that. That's like not being able to express yourself the way you want to, run free and be energetic, have a childhood. It's traumatizing to. I mean, slavery is without a doubt the big trauma that I can't really have any excuses for. So they're gonna have a big open area to finally explore. There's gonna be people that'll take them in. There's gonna be a lot of love for them. I'm really happy about it. It's gonna be kind of sad though when I head out and not see them too frequently, but because I don't think I'm gonna stay up there. It's my life's on the road now, and I don't know if staying in one place is my deal.
Well, it looks like they should understand that, hopefully.
I whisper, they want me to adopt them. They want me to adopt them like I'm their dad. That's like not my. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't raise kids.
Lenore, you should definitely yell something now from the back about how much you love Tabby.
Oh man, I really wish Tabby was my dad. He's so cool. Could never love anyone as much as I love him.
And Tabby just like it's like the anime thing where it's like the shadow over the eyes and the lines down like. Do you see what I mean? It's like I can't. I don't live a life that can support that.
I know, Tabby, you know that there is such a thing as it takes a village to raise a child. You're just could be a part of that intermittently.
That's not a family though.
I don't ever want him to leave me. I want to be with him all the time. Just me and Tabby.
You're gonna have to have a sit down with them about it. And also, I don't think it's necessarily the idea of family being a mother, father, or two parents, and the kids isn't necessarily what it always is.
No, but to have a constant person or constant people of support without like a rotating cast.
Oh, agreed. I'm saying that hopefully when you take them home, they'll have constant people, and you'll be one of the people who's not as constant but still loves and supports them when they do stop by. That's all.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. As long as they have people that they can depend on and actually, get life experiences from, because I don't know how to raise a kid. I don't know any and the life lessons. I don't know what am I supposed to take them fishing and be like, all right, so on the stick you got here, there's a piece of string or rope, and the rope's kind of too big.
Tabby, I know you're not going to be raising these children, but just a secret. No one knows what they're doing when they're taking care of children for the first time. You're scared shitless.
The more I think about it, I was gonna say it felt like my father really had a grip on it, but it was the whole troop, the whole pod of us moving around. Like my aunts, uncles, grandparents, even everyone was there.
Exactly. And that's what these kids are getting. And I assume you've also had some aunts and uncles who were a little less presents, but when they were here, it was great. And that's what hopefully you're, if you would like to be, going to be for these kids.
Yeah.
You just might want to make sure that they're aware of it. Cue the child thinking.
I'm unaware of everything.
Oh, how children are so unaware. Oh, how children are so unaware of everything. As long as I get to bring them back good stories, I guess I'll be pretty happy, you know.
And think of all the stories they have to tell now.
I am sure that everyone in the council up there is going to have a field day hearing about how awful these humans are.
Oh yeah.
Just what all the Tabaxi up north need. Just more
Oh, yeah.
examples of why humans are garbage. And you got rid of the one.
I'll bring in the good stories about the one good birdman, but he's not the... I look at Tamar. No, not Tamar. I'm not talking about you, Tamar.
No,
Talking
you're
about the falcon.
Two good men. Two good. Okay. All right. All right. And last but not least, let's have a scene with Ariana and the Koss. So Koss was up scouting ahead and then comes back to let you know which path to take that has the least amount of snow.
That's cool. That's cool. So, have you thought more about your, letting Atlas's lover go free?
You don't mince words, do you?
I find it's easier just to kind of go right for it.
I can see how that's true about you. Look, I know you like Vecna for some reason. I used to like him too. But you have to know that whatever he wants with me is not going to be as simple as just saying hi and then giving your friend back.
I mean, that's what he said.
He's Vecna. You're
Yeah.
a smart girl, right? You have to have studied Vecna.
A little bit.
And does what you know of Vecna match up with what you feel about him?
I mean, if anything, I probably feel better about him than anything that I've read, right? So I'm kind of leaning towards that.
Okay, I see your point, and in most cases, I would agree. In this case, it's Vecna.
Yeah.
You have a book made of skin.
It's a pretty cool book, though.
It's made of skin, Ariana.
Yeah.
Normal people don't do that.
Well, I mean, normal people don't, like, raise other people from the dead, and I've got the cool squad in the back there helping us out, right?
It's just the
Am I-
zombies still trudging back there.
I mean, okay, so at the end of the day, really, like, I don't know. I could put things in place to make sure that you are, I don't know, what are you even worried about happening? Like, he traps you there?
I mean, for starters, he tricked me the first time and used me. I don't want to be in his grasp again.
Yeah, but okay, you're smarter now than that, right?
I don't think I am, actually. I lost, fourth wall break. I lost a lot of levels.
So, that doesn't make you any less smart.
It actually does.
No. Look, you're more experienced now, so you know what to expect. If you weren't, you wouldn't be so hesitant. I mean, it's putting a wrench into my plan, right? Because I want to make sure that Atlas is happy and Atlas is able to rule Caracat, because there's people in Caracat that I really care about, and like there's a little bit of a trickle-down effect, right? So if somebody at the top is really angry and mad because his lover's trapped away and I did everything that I could to try to bring them back and it blew up in my face, now I have this ultimatum in my lap that I'm trying to get across here, and he might make the rest of the people around him miserable, and some of those people happen to be people that I love. So I don't know. It's like I understand the whole self-preservation thing, but you also have to kind of stop thinking about just yourself. You know, like, I don't mean to sound mean, but there are more people at stake than you, miss. Okay?
Miss the Destroyer. Yeah, I know. That's why we have to be careful. I can't just walk in, okay? We need a plan, okay? I'm not against trying to help your friend or everyone back at the Capitol, but we can't just go there.
Then what do you propose? You've had a lot of time to think about it. What's the plan?
Well, I didn't really think about it. I just thought I would
Why
avoid
didn't
him
you think
forever.
about it? You just said we need to have a plan. That's
Well,
why we didn't go in. So what's the plan?
And I just said I wasn't smart enough to come up with a plan because I'm dumb now.
That's not... No. Dumb now. You know, I don't think that's it. I think a lot of things, but none of that right now is going to help us. All right, you're dumb now. Fine. I can make you smart and make you do it, but you don't see me doing that, huh?
What do you mean you could make me do it?
Well, I mean, one of the things that Mr. Vecna gave me was something to make people choose things that they don't necessarily want to do, and I don't want to do it.
Wait. He gave you a power to make people do things.
I mean, I've tried it a little bit just to kind of test the waters.
On who?
On people. Look, we're getting off topic. The whole thing is like...
Wait. How did he do this? Where's the power located?
The power located? That's coming pretty smart for somebody that's so stupid.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know Vecna, and I know what his important parts are, alright? He's got 2.
Okay.
And your hands look fine.
As far as you know, these could be gloves. Anyway, the main point here is I haven't done that because I'm a proponent of free will.
You haven't done it to me, but you said you've tested it on people, on our friends?
No, I would never do that to them.
Okay, on who then?
Does it really matter?
Yes, because you're saying I'm selfish, and if you're in deeper with Vecna, it's important that we all know how deep you are with him.
All right, so
this is how he seduced me to his side, you know.
Okay, I tried it, not knowing if it would work or not. I tried it on Atlas.
You used the Eye of Vecna on the king of Caracat.
Yes, and in my defense, I only half knew what I was doing.
Yeah, because you only had the one eye. I can see why you would only half know.
Yeah.
Cool. What did you make him do?
Well, what do you think, Mr. Smarty Pants?
You mind-controlled him to end slavery?
I persuaded him to see it the other way.
I mean, on one hand, kudos. I mean, if you're gonna pick one way to use the gift, I mean, go out with style. I mean, good for you.
And again, I didn't know if it would work.
And it did.
And it did.
I mean,
I have a question real quick. How loud is this conversation going? Because that was that's like everybody in the carts move loud, in my opinion.
I feel like the next cart back might have heard the you used the Eye of Vecna on.
Where am I?
You can't hear it. You and Lenore are too far back and drunk.
Damn.
Oh, because I'm in the center cart. So are they in the front cart?
Yeah.
Oh wait, we hear this?
I think you only hear the one line. You only hear the the.
I got your back. I got your back, Ariana. Shout for me, and I will be there.
I look at Brillia.
And then it seems like Haas realizes and quiets down and says, "Okay, all right, okay. Come up with a plan that doesn't give, opportunities for Vecna to use me again, and I'll go. Make some kind of deal, something he can't break, where he can only talk to me, or if he really just wanted to talk to me, he'd talk to me through your damn book."
Well, I kept asking if you wanted to do that, but...
Fine, give me the book. Come on, give me the book.
I'm holding it out to you. That's what this was.
She hops off the horse, ties it to the side of the cart, and starts madly scribbling in the book. And after a few minutes, she tosses it onto the cart beside her, jumps back on the horse, and rides off. And you don't see her again for the rest of this night.
Okay. I flip to the back page. I'm guessing it's empty.
It is empty, but as you open it, you get a message from Vecna saying, it's not what I would call progress.
Are we good? Question mark, heart.
Always. Heart.
Aww. Lots of love. LOL. Is Raph going back to be reunited with his lover? Please and thank you.
As soon as you bring my friend back to me, well, I'll have a nice dinner and I'll send him home.
Oh my god, you're busting my balls here.
This is the halfling, the asexual halfling woman.
Okay, I suppose.
XOXO, Vecna girl.
Yeah.
Gossip
okay.
Vecna?
You stole my joke! You stole my joke! I was waiting until Michael stopped talking. But you went it first. I'm sorry. Oh, I last snorted. Okay, continue.
All right. So that's one of the many nights in your trip. Lots of feelings are had, obviously, between people. But let's continue because we gotta get up north. So, on to the next town. It takes about 2 weeks of travel, and you finally arrive in the city of Astrakane. All of you know about this place from reputation, but only Tabbi has been here before. Astrakane is one of the oldest settlements on the continent. Legend says the city was built above one of the great sources of magic. The city is a mix of above-ground homes, much like you've seen throughout the last few weeks, and elaborate cave systems that have saved thousands during raids. The gnomes who lived here have lived here for generations, and they've used the caves to protect their people and launch sneak attacks on much larger forces. When you arrive, the town is humming with activity. As your caravan arrives, an older woman with messy white hair steps forward and waves at you to halt.
Hi, yes, hello. I'm traveling back up here. How's the town been? It's been a while since I've been up here in the old gnome capital, if you will. It's not really gnome I'm playing. Hi, hello.
Bards, man. That's the most bard intro I've ever heard in my life. It's like every bard has so much ADHD.
I'll never tell.
She calls up to you and says, "Hail.
Yes.
You're a Tabaxi."
Yes.
Oh, and quite an assortment of people you've brought with you. Have you come up the road?
Yeah. We were actually coming up from Caravan, passing through Marin's port, and just further up since then.
Oh, quite a journey you've taken.
You don't know the half of it.
Oh, I would expect more of your kind to come from the north.
Yeah, I've been kind of out of town, if you will, for like years. So.
Well, I'm afraid perhaps it's best you come with us. There's something you should see.
Okay. I'm gonna look back and should I just go? Or do you want me to bring everybody? I mean,
if these are your friends, your adventuring companions, it would be best if you brought them as well.
All right. Can I bring the caravan here to an inn or a tavern?
Yes. She does a low whistle, and another gnome on a little pony shows up and guides you guys where you're going. It's like a super cute little Shetland one, so it's like super fuzzy. So it's leading the way for your big horse, and it looks so cute. It looks even cuter next to yours.
Oh, I love these.
Melissa, thank you for the serotonin.
You gotta get it where you can get it nowadays.
Oh, I couldn't have another bite. Oh. Okay.
That's certainly what my brain thinks about serotonin.
Compliments to the chef. All right.
You arrive at the inn, and they take your horses and just kind of park your carts to the side. Doesn't seem like anyone's really putting too much energy into this, and they're just kind of holding your horses. It looks like they expect you to ride off again soon.
It's a safe assumption. We'll be back soon. I fish out some silver and hand them like 10 silver.
Thank you! I don't know. I'm not making no sound.
Hey, that is perfect.
Cool. And you head back towards the woman you were talking to. You see she's got a couple of people standing around her now, and she's sort of issuing orders. She's definitely got an aura of command around her.
Okay. I made sure to bring this party and no one else, any NPCs or anything. I was going to have stay back and watch stuff for the time being and just relax while we figure stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so some news, you said?
Yes. Please come inside. The snow has indeed begun to fall again. And you step inside to what you immediately recognize as a medical clinic. You can smell the alcohol in the air, and and as you walk into the room, you see that it is full. There are beds completely full of people, but all of the beds have blankets laid over their bodies. There's 10 cots in here, all with a dead body on one of them.
Okay.
Are we with him?
Yes, you guys are with Tabbi.
I look at the lady without saying anything, just...
She takes a breath and walks over to the closest one and gently folds down the top blanket. And you see probably a teenage Tabaxi. Similar colors to Tabbi, but a bit more of a darker tone overall. And it's hard to make out what happened other than the fact that he is dead. Once you've all taken a look, she recovers him.
Okay, that's a thing to welcome you back up.
I'm sorry.
What's happening? Why is
We don't know. Some of our hunters were up north in the last few days, and we keep coming across bodies. Always Tabaxis, and they're always seem to be running towards the village, but they've always been so secretive. We've done everything we can to find where they're staying, to offer aid. It looks like they just ran and collapsed.
There's like no poison, no punctures, nothing?
Nothing that we can see. We've always found people long afterwards, unfortunately. We're not, or at least we haven't been looking for them.
Okay. I look at the party. I need all of you to make me not grab my horse and go straight up there, because I am a second away from just...
Tabbi?
Calm emotions.
I'm with you there. Why
Is there a
don't
save I
we-
need to make for calm emotions?
You can choose to fail.
Oh, I'm not going to fail this. These are emotions I am angry about, and I don't want to fail this. This is... Tabbi wants to go up, but he knows he shouldn't.
Okay. Do you want me to cast calm emotion? Do you want to be calm?
You definitely can.
You probably should try.
Yeah.
Whether or not it'll work.
Because you said, stop me.
Because Tabbi knows he's not...
Tabbi wants to make the save, I think, is what's
You want to make the save. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Ooh.
That's not going to be good.
I was gonna say,
For me.
if it's wisdom, I got you at a 12. Thank you. That's a 19.
Yeah, you save.
Oh, okay. I'm about to walk out the door and say, I'll be back in an hour. If I'm not
Tabby,
back,
no, you're not going alone.
I go out
I'm
the door.
rushing after Tabby.
I run faster than you. I run all the way
I will
back to my
get on
horse.
my horse and I will cast fly if I have to get a higher speed.
I'm going to my horse.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are inside. Tabby has ran off, and Tabby is quite fast. So yeah, what do you guys want to do? Is anyone following him? Or are people going to stay here and investigate the bodies?
Stay with the bodies.
Let's have Verity and Lenore stay with the bodies. You guys can do some investigation, see if you can find out what happened. And everybody else will head up northward to see if they can track down what happened.
Also, where are all of the children and stuff?
They are back at the carts. But
Okay.
actually, Tabby.
I was gonna ask if I'm going to run and get my horse. Is Sapphire or the two children outside?
They are. It looks like they were actually walking towards the medical clinic when you run into them.
As sprinting, I run over and just stop. And face is I have seen death and I am not okay.
Mr. Tabby, what should we go in there? What's happened?
I'm gonna first roll wisdom to see if I don't just collapse right here in front of them, like emotionally, because I absolutely cannot handle seeing them on my own. 18. Fuck yes. Okay. That's on the die. Okay. I'm going to be very quick with my words, real quick. You two youngins, please go and join the others that are in the inn over here. There are some pretty important things I need to discuss with Sapphire right now, okay?
But I want to stay with you, Tabby.
5 minutes. 5.
Okay.
I ruffle his fur I ruffle the fur, and it's like, trust me.
Okay. I'll see you soon.
When you turn to Sapphire, her hands are clenched hard enough together that you fear like she might cut into her hand with her nails if she goes much harder. She says, what happened?
I'm watching as the kids are walking in. The minute they go inside, I just embrace immediately and start sobbing.
Tabby, what happened? She wraps her arms around your waist and buries her head in your chest.
I don't think you want to see.
Is it Opal?
I don't know. Oh my fucking god! There's just a young Tabaxi boy dead in there. Apparently they've been finding him up north on the way up, and I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on.
How many?
The room was full.
Are we safe here?
I have any answers to this. I would love to give them to you, but this is not anything of what I expected to experience today.
She grabs for your hands and says, "You're not going alone. I'm coming with you."
There's I need to breathe real quick, because I was about to grab my horse and just go into the woods. So I don't think anyone should be going into those woods alone right now. Definitely not just the two of us either. And I turn and I'm seeing everybody running up at this point.
Okay.
What do we do? And Tabby puts his face into his hands and just starts sobbing and rubbing his eyebrows.
Sapphire's just clinging to his hand, looking completely lost.
We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna go investigate. Looks like Lenore and Verity are staying behind to see what they can do what they can figure out. Tabby, we're gonna figure this out. Okay?
It seems like there was a source the first time I experienced seeing people dead, and this time there's no sign of anything. And that is the scariest, most infuriating thing I've ever experienced.
There's no sign because we haven't been around to search for one, okay?
No one else has been able to find the sign either. That's what I'm so worried about.
Tabby, I believe we're more capable. Okay? We'll figure this out. Okay, and if I have to, I can brew a cup of tea and take a look-see, okay?
Okay.
It'll be fine.
We need to go up north. I need to
Yes.
see if everyone's okay. And I
Agreed.
need an ASAP, like today.
Agreed. We can settle up and go.
Okay. Koss says, points towards the inn, and you can see the two kids peeking from inside, and she says, they're gonna try to follow. They know something's wrong. They can feel it.
Kids can figure out more than we give them credit for.
You know, they are currently the age I was when I walked into my Sapphire, would you help me talk to them?
Of course.
Okay.
Your friends, they're healers, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
The
I mean, I'm a healer in that sense too, but I mean that's
the angry gothic one. The one who draws in blood. She's a healer, right?
I trust her. I trust her. I trust her. I trust Ariana. They're not in bad hands.
She helps people find their way home, right? So maybe she can help their spirits and find out what happened to them. And if we know what happened to them, then we can fight whatever it is.
I don't trust the Shadowfell and the Raven Queen, but I if it's something to put us in the right direction, or if we can't get those souls back anyways, we might as well. Okay. I look over at Brillia. Sorry. Didn't mean to worry.
You have all the right to be sad right now and worried, and I'm allowed to also be worried, and you don't need to be concerned about me being worried, okay?
Okay, I'm here. Sorry, short, stubby legs. Who are we gonna kill? Okay. I'm ready to kill. Who's going down?
You had a little dagger in hand.
Ariana, bless you.
Okay.
Bless your comedic timing, saving us all.
I realized halfway through I could have transformed into a liger or something, but nope, I committed to this.
So I think the plan is we are going to where no one decided to Tabaxi, and I guess some dwarves / gnomes have gone. So
Okay.
Let's gather and figure stuff out.
Let's head back to Verity and Lenore back at the clinic and see if you guys can, get some information, see what you guys are thinking. So you're in this room. This woman, whose name you don't know yet, is with you. And it looks like there's a couple healers here as well.
Verity, do you not think this seems a little unusual? Like, should we be concerned about the people that have these bodies? How many are there? There's 8, did you say?
There are 10 bodies laid out here.
10.
Yeah.
And we don't have like a party leader, so we all just kind of figure out what's going on as it goes on. So, I don't know. Do you think it's weird?
Yes. Very weird.
It does seem like an
Also,
awful
there's,
lot of dead people. I don't know. I've never gotten out much, so I suppose maybe 10 dead people at once. Is that a bit suspicious?
I think so. There's also a really weird, like, bubble wrap type noise that's very distracting.
Oh, so that's also not normal, right? Okay.
Just that's sopping bones. The woman who led you in here is standing nearby, and she's watching you talk, but she's giving you guys space to come and talk to her when you're ready.
What does she say? I'm gonna look at her real sus. How does she seem?
I just feel like the two of you are just whispering angrily, and then you just at once turn towards her with the most judgmental looks, who dat? Who are you? Sure, the woman you see before you is, she looks like an elderly gnomish woman, probably pushing or in her 400s. Her hair is very wispy and messy. It looks like it's kind of shooting out in all directions. But somehow she still has an aura of control and calm about her in spite of it. She's just wearing thick furs. They're kind of light.
Tabaxi fur.
No. They're kind of like light white gray fur. It looks like maybe wolf or something like that.
So how far are we from their home?
You don't know. Tabby has always been really, really evasive about exactly
Really
where he's
cagey.
from.
That's great. That's great as far as party members. That's fantastic. So, but I'm like on average, roughly like 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, roughly
If you
a
ask,
day, 2 days a week.
if you ask the woman, she says this is one of the problems we have. The Tabaxi are very secretive. Ever since they were brought up here, we've lived
Right.
near them for 30,
So we don't
40
know.
years, and we still don't know where they live.
And nobody knows. And nobody knows.
Your friend
Right.
must know.
Oh, yeah, no, we'll ask them later. So
These ones are definitely
seem
dead,
like
though.
There's
right?
an average of time.
We don't know. They've always come to trade with us. The furthest we found them from here is maybe a day's walk.
That's not very far. Do you ever send people up to the north and have them come back?
We've had them look. Of course we have, but we've never found any sign of them. They're good at covering their tracks, and they don't want to be found. And we've always respected it. It's always worked fine for us. When they need something, they come here to trade, and we've always had a good relationship with the Tabaxi.
But you've never actually seen Tabaxi village.
No, no one has.
Do their young come out to your village? Do you see the children? Do they play with your children?
No. Teenagers, perhaps. Probably the youngest, maybe 13, 14. But
Right.
never the young.
No, of course. And then when they do come, so when the Tabaxi do come, and what are they looking for?
Usually food, other supplies. Things that they can't prepare for themselves, I imagine.
Right. I mean, of course, you have access to much more, and I assume that they would have secluded that so much more north. So
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry. I understand this must be very difficult for you all. I'm sorry. Do you think we were involved in some way?
No. I'm sorry. Involved in what?
You seem very antagonistic, and I don't mean to judge the way that you're coping with this horrible atrocity. And she looks over at Lenore, who's just been silently being like, okay.
How long have these people been dead? And how have they, do you have a cause of death? You just found them somewhere near your village.
Yes, probably within a day or two's walk, all coming from the same direction. We found them over the past almost a week. Most of them were wandering on their own, but a few of them came in small groups.
Okay. And how, cause of death? I can see you've got other medical personnel here. How did they die?
Yes, and she waves over one of the other gnomes who steps forward. Says, yes, cause of death. Hard to say. Frozen on nearly solid. Missing.
Frozen?
Yes, they're freezing much faster than they should.
So why do you keep sending your people up to the Tabaxi area and then having them come back dead when nothing ever comes out of it? What do you need from the Tabaxi area?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Maybe you've misunderstood. We've never tried to find them before with any real certainty. We've only been trying to find them since this has happened. Clearly, they're in some kind of trouble. And we've been through a lot. We've built our communities side by side, and even if we don't go to their home, they've been welcome in ours.
But do they come to yours?
Yes. They trade often with us.
And do you go to theirs?
I'm sorry, I'm confused. You've already asked me these questions.
Okay, so they come to you, but you never go there. They come here, but you don't ever go there.
Yes, you're correct.
That's perfect. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to ask for more than that. That was very informative.
Of course, we're happy to help as we can. You're welcome to examine the bodies. She looks at she looks at the cleric, who nods. Says, "Yes, we haven't done much with tabaxis before. Has
anything been cast? Have you performed any rituals on these bodies that will preserve them so that they may be brought back?
No.
You've done nothing. So what have you done then? Just looked at them?
Just brought them here to be buried.
Could I might have overheard him say something. I don't want to say what has to be done with these bodies, but
well, Ariana is the go-to source who's constantly asking people what they want done with their bodies.
But Ariana's not with us.
So I would say that you probably overheard a conversation between the two of them about what Tabbi wants done with.
Oh well, yes. I'm sorry. Sure, a Tabbi Ariana conversation that absolutely counts.
Yeah. So Tabbi, what would you have said about what you went done with your body?
I don't remember exactly what I did say. Michael, do you remember what I said? Did you ask Tabbi?
That's like Ariana's opening move.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
I don't remember what I said at all. It's just over my head, gone.
I know you wanted it to be a celebration of sorts, but that was about it.
I would say most Tabaxi want a family-based celebration. They would rather be around either a traveling companion or their family if they're with their family still currently.
That's it. Thank you. Good. That's good. That's a very safe, idealistic type of thing that I might have overheard. Been like, okay, well, normally what I've heard is it's a bit of it's a celebration. We're supposed to have and then we'll give them money for wine. We'll buy wine, wine for everybody, right? And then
we still Tabbi has all our money though, right?
Yep.
Well, the woman interrupts and says, "Of course, we'll be giving them a proper burial, however best they prefer. Now that we have your friend here, we'll know more about their burial rites than we ever have." But
I think he's gone. To be honest, he seemed to run away quite quickly.
Regardless,
towards the north.
We've been holding on to the bodies here because we don't know what happened to them. If there's some creature out there, something happening.
Well, what we can do, if I can just suggest it, before we all start yelling at each other, how about we talk to one of them? Which looks the most kind of, like they'd have the most to say.
Of the clerics?
I'm gonna go around. No, of the bodies. I'm gonna go around and look at each of the bodies and kind of go, hello, you in there? Are you here?
Okay.
And I'm gonna see which one gives me the best vibe.
Okay.
Which one looks like it has the most dead information?
Roll for corpse vibe?
Yes. What is that like Arcana?
You know what? I Michael, I feel like you're the dead expert here. What would be a good stat to con?
To con, give me the exact context here.
I want to get the vibe from the dead bodies. Who looks the most helpful?
Yeah. So how would you look at a corpse and know if they're helpful?
Yeah, I think that's insight.
All right.
Okay. Well, 8.
An 8 to pick the most chatty corpse.
I rolled a 2, so it's not half bad. I've got good insight.
Yeah, it's not bad considered. Okay. You look around and you have to. Do you take down all of the sheets?
Yeah.
So you look them all kind of in the eyes. I want to talk to each of them.
Yeah, I want to talk to all of them.
Okay.
Not actually, obviously, because that will require a spell slot. But I want to pre-talk to them.
Yeah, you want to get a feel for their mood.
Yeah, see who's going to be the most talkative.
Yeah. So as you go through, you sort of end up, I guess, upsetting yourself a little bit through the process. You come across a couple.
I really
kids.
want to. I really want to use their blood. Is that why I'm upset?
No, one of the bodies is of a kid about the same age as Taj.
Oh.
Most of them seem to be fairly young and healthy. Like the oldest person here is probably only a bit older than Tabby.
Okay. Does that person look like they would probably have the most knowledge then?
That's your best guess is like, okay, well, they're older. Maybe they were involved in more. It's not, you don't have a good enough role to really have much more than just, that makes sense, you know?
Well, with that, I'm going to sit down with that body and kind of like prop it up, make it a little bit comfortable.
Okay.
Maybe like a nice pose like this or something. Like it looks like it's ready to chat.
Okay. Yeah, the clerics bring you in like a chair that they use for, medical stuff and lean it back for you.
And I'm going to pull out some incense from my bag and I'm going to light it and I'm going to start to move my hands and say some kind of freakish Shadowfell incantations, and I'm going to cast Speak with Dead.
Cool. As you start casting it, all of the gnomes leave the room. They seem a little uncomfortable with this, but not enough to stop the process.
Okay.
And yeah, so the spell activates. You get a certain number of questions, correct?
5.
5 questions,
yes.
All right. So what are you going to ask your new friend? And we'll say, so I guess you and Verity are the only ones there right now.
Right. Verity, just so you know, there's a dead person that we're talking to currently. We get 5 questions. I guess, hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm very sorry you're dead. Can you tell me what happened to you?
I love that. I'm sorry you're dead. You're not, but,
I wish he wasn't dead. Not Verity.
The voice is, the voice is a little distant. It's like, it's like calling from someone from beyond the grave, like they're not really connected to this world anymore. The voice says, It came into our village. It came in the night. We didn't know who to trust. We ran. We took our families and we ran. Some stayed. I ran.
What did it look like?
It looked like us. It was us.
I'm gonna scribble these things down as we go. Attacked in the... We have 10 minutes as well, so we don't have to ask all of these questions at once. Verity, what should we ask it?
You guys can pop out and pull Tabby or Ariana really in if you guys want.
Is that gonna really freak Tabby out?
We are currently coming back anyways, because I was going to grab you guys.
I guess you walk in on us talking to a dead person. I've got a notebook out and I'm starting to scribble the answers.
Yeah, then I think that probably this point I'm gonna drag Ariana off to the side and I'm gonna relay that. And I'm like, we've done this, right? And they're like us. They look like us. We know, we've done this, right? They look like us.
We've seen this before. Oh yeah, that's something that Cade used to do. He used to take care of take over bodies and just, kind of do that. Have other people fight his battles for him.
And the doppelgangers, right?
No, shh, you're not there. Shut up.
I'm in the same room and you're yelling at her.
No. I pulled Ariana aside. You are not invited. I'm sorry. I love you. Not invited.
Okay, let's take a second. All right, let's make sure we're all kind of calm and focused and we're just getting some information across. Okay, so you concerned that it's Cade, right?
Yeah, it kind of checks out.
Yeah. And as soon as I said, like, it's Cade, I grabbed Ariana, hopefully off to somewhere far enough away from everybody else who's ever known Cade so that we can discuss this.
Sure. Continue.
All right. Well, what do we do?
I don't know. How do we know who's normal and who's not? How do we know who's weird and who's not? Do they look weird? Can you tell?
Uh,
Yeah, but okay, not like an eye. No, she doesn't know either. So
yeah.
useless.
Okay.
I don't
Why
even know.
would he be doing this though? Why here?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is he like following us and like trying to?
He's trying to kill us. You know that, right?
You guys
Yes, he's following us
know.
and trying to kill us. No, Ellie, stop. No, we're not. No. Sorry, she's very pessimistic. We want to focus on being better than that. But,
Yeah.
I mean, but we don't. There's a lot of people that we don't particularly know. Do you know them well enough to know if they're not themselves?
Like people in our party?
Yes.
I'm fairly confident about most of them.
Okay. So you think that Tabbi is not a Cade version of Tabbi?
Yeah, he's way too happy-go-lucky to be a Cade impersonator.
No, I don't even think he could pick that. Brillia?
Honestly, I don't know if I've ever actually had a conversation with Brillia, so I don't actually have any baseline for that one. What about Lenore? You two seem to be getting on really well. Anything from Lenore?
I mean, she's supposed to be angry. I don't know. She's been a bit. She's been more nice than she should have been before. You know.
She's Cade.
Anybody could be Cade. Anybody other than us could be Cade, right?
Yeah. Wait, why wouldn't he just take one of us?
Right.
Like we know him the most, right?
Okay. Yes, but right. I have fucked Arson. Arson took 4 rapiers with him because he obsessed with being over-prepared and being a prince. And he thinks that his hair looks better long than it does short, which is ridiculous. But I mean, he still keeps it long anyway. And then he got really angry and he punched his brother in the courtyard when him and Ellie were fighting, and he didn't want to come to breakfast all those times. Like that's I know Arsene, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not him, but. And it's not Ellie. And do you know any of these people as well as we know them?
No. I don't.
Yeah. So, I think everybody else in the room can see these two frantically talking and looking like they're super paranoid all of a sudden.
I think we need to have some kind of a, because he can't like read our thoughts, right?
Right? Like, can't read. Of course, what could Kate not be able to read our thoughts?
Well, I'm just thinking like.
Well,
like,
yes, but you can send messages to Vector. There's no reason why nobody else could send also messages to somebody else.
Yeah. But that's not.
But secret communication is a thing, right?
Yeah, but that's not.
We're just gonna like turn.
Okay, let's say you guys, each of you, your homework for the next scene is both of you are going to make a list of the top 3 people you think are Cade spies, and then you'll compare them.
Yeah.
Yeah? You got it. All right.
Sure.
So, you're running out of time on that thing. So now Tabby's here, Brillia's here. If you guys have any questions to ask the corpse.
Okay, you're talking to the
Yes.
propped up.
Tabby, would you like to roll a d20 for me?
Yes. Like to. I would love to roll a 4.
4?
Yeah. On the die.
Does Tabby want this to be someone he knows? I think no. So I think a low score means you definitely know this guy.
Yeah, if he's a few years older than me, he probably what is his is he a Siamese or a Russian blue like me and Sapphire?
He's more of a he's got longer fur than either of you.
Like a Maine Coon.
Yeah.
Or a ragdoll.
Yeah, like a ragdoll guy. You definitely recognize
Norwegian
him.
forest cat.
He was he was ahead of you in school, and you remember once when you were a kid and you forgot to bring lunch. He shared his lunch with you, and you remember looking up to him and thinking like, "That's a really nice guy."
I remember thinking before that, you caught this yourself? This whole fish that you just have with you?
Yeah, you were really impressed, and like it kind of just stuck with you. Like the people are kind here, you know.
Yeah.
Like you were used to kind of survival, and then this was the first kind of person who really made you think this is going to be different.
These long-haired, snowy Tabaxi were one of the first to join the Siamese when we joined up in the north here.
And you know his name is Lenway.
Lenway. This you have to prop him up with the hand. You sit him up, and
Well, he looks more comfortable.
you know he does. In most circumstances, I'd probably be like, "That's unnecessary," but I know us, and this is it's kind of funny.
Well, it's not meant to be funny. I just thought he'd be able to talk better if he was sitting up. I don't know. I don't do this very often. I kind of usually leave these kinds of things to, Ariana or.
It's a little funny. It's okay.
Okay. Maybe he'd like it. We could use one of our questions to ask him if he's comfortable, if you like.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm sure that he's not.
Wrapping my Carol around Tabby like a side hug. Like you're getting like a side hug.
Yep. Tails also like yeah.
Yep.
So just to summarize, he told us that they were attacked in the night and that they ran from the village, that some of them stayed, but others grabbed their families and ran from the village, and that he ran and he was gotted. And that they were us. The things that were killing them were, he said they were us.
Tabaxi's don't want to kill Tabaxi. It's never been the case. Oh shit. And there's no signs of death on any of the bodies in here, right? There's no punctures, poisons, or anything like that.
They're the only thing that the medics have been able to tell you is it looks like they're frozen more solid than they should be. But they seem to have not know a lot about Tabaxis to begin with. So.
And I roll a separate medicine check to figure this. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
let's finish out the questions and then we'll go to the medicine check.
Yep.
What do you want?
I'm just kind of trying to figure out how they were found and what.
They said they found them near the village.
Ask him if it was people that he knew, faces that he was familiar with.
Excuse me, sir. Did you know his name, Tabby? Sorry.
It's Lenway.
Excuse me. Lenway? When? Is that right? Lenway?
If you ask him that, he'll answer the question. Only was a question.
No,
so.
no. I'm asking Tabby that.
Wait, is that, I completely blanked. Is that the name correct?
That's the name. You're right. You're good. You're good.
You're good.
Were these people that you knew? Were these Tabaxi that you knew that attacked you?
Yes, they were us. They were us.
Yes, that is what you said before.
What did he say?
Yes, they were us.
Could we potentially ask how long ago this was? Like,
I think we know that. I think they said 2 days ago.
It was within the week, I believe, for the total
Yeah.
of the bodies.
that's for when they were found, not for when the
At the time
attackers
of the-
arrived.
Yeah, I think that they were saying that the time of death was within the week, right?
They said they found the first body 6 days ago.
Okay, so that's
And have they found the bodies separately since, or were they all found together?
Yeah, they found them sort of spread out over a distance. It's hard to know whether they died the same day and like they were just finding them in chunks or what.
No bother.
2 questions.
Yes. What else do we need to ask them? What is going to be beneficial to know? So we know that they attacked at night and they came from the village. They were people that lived among them that were attacking them.
who should we be wary of? Maybe specific the tobacco.
I feel like that's going to get us another they were us.
if any names specific that he would know to anything that we would know. Is it safe to trust any Tabaxi currently up there?
Can you give us the names of the people that attacked you?
It was the children. It was the children.
Holy shit.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Holy shit! What? Holy shit.
It was the children.
It was the fucking children.
Oh my gosh. Those adorable children that are with us. Are they going to kill us? Well, I'm pretty sure these guys didn't think the children were going to kill them either. Now they're dead. No one ever thinks of the children. Won't somebody please think of the children to be murdering us?
One more question.
We've got one more. We need
I would just like to point out before any of this continues that I tried to make them at least weapons of our murdering before this goes any further. I just want to point out that I did try.
Who, the kids?
But training them to kill us is probably not a good idea.
Oh no, to at least kill our enemies. And then when they kill our enemies, then we go, oh, now we kill them.
What?
What?
Verity, do you need help? Are you okay?
Hey, no, listen, follow, right? So if you got good kids, good stabbing kids, right? And then
okay.
Yeah.
But
I think I
are you
understand.
worried you want to test to see how well they can stab and then see if they're going to stab us because of the stabbing knowledge?
You want to know what their attack bonus is, so you can see
what
if
their
they're normal.
skill level
It
is.
sounds like you've never had your family murdered by assassins and it shows. That's all.
Okay, we've got one question. Were they oh my gosh.
Before you ask it, I could probably convince them to tell you specifically how to find the Silver Peak.
Do you not know?
I do know. I just in case somebody else needs to know and I don't have a chance to like show you guys.
Well, could you not tell me now?
It's
He's not going to be specific.
Okay, that's a fair point.
I could just ask you the same question right now.
That's fair.
And
I was gonna say just in case I didn't make it and I also go crazy or I die beforehand, just in case. But don't worry.
Okay.
It's just a crazy
I'll
cat
ask
siren.
you. I'll ask if you just hold on to that thought. I'll ask you in like 1 minute. Oh my gosh. Okay, one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Ariana.
We can always ask how specifically he was killed, like what methods, so we know
Yes,
what to look out for.
You're really good at talking to dead people. We've got one more question. What should we ask them?
They're what are we looking for that?
We don't know.
There's not a lot of answers that we need to.
We
There's
don't
not a
know
lot of answers that
what we
can
should
give.
ask. We don't know what to look for, except apparently children.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's the children apparently that did the assault.
Well, what do we want to find out? Like we know that they're using the children?
And
Yeah.
they were dying because they were freezing unnaturally quickly or unnaturally cold.
We
Were
could
they-
ask what their cause of death was.
Yeah,
what
Brillia
killed
was-
you?
All right, you know what? Let's give you guys a little bit more information since you seem a little bit lost. Really, why don't you roll that medicine check and see if you can get anything else more specific to ask.
Yay! We love proficiency in medicine.
All right, which one do you pick to look at closer?
Is there one that seems to be more recent? Or I can ask the
we'll
gnomes
see.
which one they found recently, I guess.
Sure, yeah. You can
Ooh,
see.
I rolled a natural 19.
Ooh, for a total of?
You see, that's only going to be a 23, I believe.
Only.
Okay. Cool. You start looking at the bodies, and they're right. Like, they are more frozen solid, but as you try to shift them, you know from being with Tabby that these bodies are a lot lighter than they should be, even considering everything else. Like, something is missing from these bodies.
Should we?
I can keep going. Something is missing. They are a lot lighter than they should be, even rigor mortis and frozen solid. And you realize that the reason is that their blood is frozen, but they seem to be missing an awful lot of it.
Vampires.
Well,
It seems it seems impossible to see without maybe shaving them exactly where this happened. Maybe the gnomes wouldn't have realized it because they don't know Tabaxi well enough and they didn't, do anything to the bodies, not wanting to, injure them.
It was the Arctic chupacabra. I knew it.
I was always told stories about them.
If you want, you have Tabby come over and check it out in case you're curious, and Tabby can try to also roll stuff if you want to add more.
Yeah, well,
Tabby.
I mean, you did pretty well, so
Yeah.
really it conveys that information that, they're missing some blood and they could very well have some kind of bite mark on them that, they don't have any wounds like cuts because you'd see the blood in that, but if something was sucking them dry, probably be harder to see.
They're being... Lenore, have you moved the body? Right?
Yes.
Was that you? Did it feel like
Yes. Did it?
Now that you think about it, kinda, yeah. Like, you were more focused on getting kind of it set up and things like that, but yeah, actually.
Yeah, it was actually a lot easier than I was suspecting it was going to be to position a frozen, dead Tabaxi.
I mean, he's bigger than Tabby. It should have been hard.
He's
But
like
you and the
7 foot.
gnomes managed it pretty handily.
Should I ask him how they killed him? What method they used to kill him?
Safe. It might be a safe bet, honestly.
Excuse me, Tabaxi man, whose name I've forgotten. I'm so sorry.
I said
Yeah, Lenway. What method was used to kill you?
I was running, and it was cold.
Yes.
I was lost in the snow, didn't know where to go,
Yes.
and I felt it at my ankles,
Oh,
and I fell. And then I didn't see anything anymore.
you felt it up your ankles.
He felt something on his ankle, and then he fades away.
Okay, so he was running, he fell, and he felt something on his ankles, and then he was dead.
I don't have a dagger on me. Can anyone lend me a dagger?
Hands Tabby a dagger.
I'm gonna go to his ankle specifically and start to shave the fur off.
Okay. Give me a dex.
That's easy. That's very easy. I believe that's at least a 19.
Great.
Can I give him guidance? Oh, sorry. Probably not enough for enough time.
That is a 22.
Cool. So, I mean, Tabby, you figure this out. Like, you know where his boots would sit, you know where the pants would sit, and you pick exactly the region you should, and you cut away a little bit of the fur, and you see some very small puncture marks.
Leeches.
Not that small.
That's
Spiders.
something quick to exsanguinate a body this efficiently.
Tabby's gonna shave his arm quickly a little bit and then bite into it, not too much, but enough to puncture a little bit and leave similar marks, and puts his arm next to see if he can compare them to see if they're similar.
What a great solution. Cool. Tabby's just bleeding now. It looks very similar, but a lot smaller.
The children. But why did they want to bite to take the blood? Was the Tabaxi's becoming vampiric? Why did? And their kids. God damn it. Tabby's about to walk out, but he holds himself and turns and
At least we know to be wary of children and what to look for. As far as the children we currently have with us, we've had them the whole time. They would have, I would assume, needed to drink if they were vampiric in any way, shape, or form. The best thing we can do is keep them here and keep them safe. I can set up a guard for 8 hours while we head out.
Might be safe there. Yeah, I think they could be safe down here. I don't know. The children up there are generally supervised as well. There's usually at least one young youth to at least watch over them before, so they don't run off and get lost in the woods. God damn.
Well, as long as I get one child, they play together, so it would be easy to have it spread. I think it's just best to make sure the children we have with us are safe, that Sapphire's safe, and then, cover up our ankles.
Literal ankle biters.
Chainmail pants.
All right.
Only.
You guys are free to stay in here if you like, but outside, the woman who introduced you, the one who you met when you came in, steps forward, and she says, "I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. We are mounting an expedition to go north. If you can help us find the way, we want to aid however we can."
Okay. Yeah. I'll leave.
We should be ready in an hour's time. You can take that time to prepare yourselves.
For the future reference of anyone who will be here helping out with the bodies, I show her the ankle, and there is a bite, a puncture mark here, right above the boot line.
Can I react and see how? Like, can I see how she reacts to that information?
Of course. Insider.
19.
Ooh, that look did not say to me you rolled well. So good deception. You just want to know if she's lying or if she's suspected this?
I get +6 to insight, so it wasn't an amazing roll, but
Right.
yeah, I just want to. Is she surprised? How does she react to that information? Is
Yeah.
it brand new information to her?
It definitely is. As far as you can tell, she didn't know this. Maybe someone else did, but she didn't. And she sort of blanches. Like she's pretty horrified by this.
So an expected reaction then.
Yeah, and maybe a bit more than you would. Well, a bit more. You rolled pretty well. Would you roll 19?
Yeah.
She is reacting like someone who did not want this to be the answer and was pointedly hoping it wasn't.
I'm sorry. Have you seen anything like this before?
When I was young, my mother was a trader, and we traveled to some of the small villages around this place. This was before the humans had taken over Caravan, before they'd expanded, when things were still safe. And when we were on the road, one night they came. They attacked the strongest of us. Thankfully, we overpowered them. But it's as if our own people became bloodthirsty and turned against us. It was like they were evil.
How did you manage to overpower them? How did you? What should we be looking out for? What should we be doing?
I hid under the carts and waited. But there are some books of creatures like this in the library. They say they come at night because they see better in the night. It says they can change forms and sneak to where they need to go. I'd convinced myself that they were fanciful dreams of a child. Well, my mother never spoke of it again.
Okay, well that sounds bad. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Did you all hear that? Did you guys all catch that? Okay.
Sadly, yes, but also, at least we know, or that raises more questions.
Okay. So you got the information. You saw the bite mark. It looks like a Tabaxi bite, but smaller than Tabbi's. Verity and Ariana, you guys were concerned that Cade might be involved too. So you guys maybe slip off together. And what's your theory here? What are you guys gonna do to try to, I don't know?
Who do you trust? Ariana, who do you trust? Like in and out, back and forth.
Who do I trust?
I don't have to be one of those people, but who? Like in and out and back and forth. Who is?
I don't. It's fair. I mean, the only one that I trust through and through would probably be yourself. Like, you're the only one that I've known up to this point.
I don't think I've always been as kind or as open or as fair as I.
Oh, no, Verity, don't get me wrong. I think you're one of the most selfish persons I've ever met.
Yeah, no.
You're a horrible person, but
No, I know that,
I
I
can
know that.
totally trust you.
But at least I know, and I don't. Right. At least if you can trust them meant to be fucked up and awful and horrible and selfish, at least then at least you have something to go off of, right?
I know what you're going to do, so I can trust you in that.
No, I just want to die peacefully. That's it.
And I burn your body the moment that I see you go down. I know what to do.
I don't do. We have this. We've talked about this. That's it. That's it.
But like, other than that, I don't really know.
I was just like when I said, when was the last time we asked you what you want to do with your body?
I don't think anybody has.
We haven't, have we?
No.
No, we haven't.
I mean, I really like the idea of like a sky burial, but if we're not up in the mountains, then just like kind of feed me to the wolves.
Also, I mean that's shitty.
Well, at least they get something else to eat.
No, I don't mean that your idea is shitty. I mean that it's shitty that we never asked you until now.
Oh, that. I didn't even think about it that way.
And I'm really sorry.
Oh,
I am really, really sorry for having been an awful friend and having been way too focused on what's going on with me and too focused on what's Ellie. I think she. Right, we're not going to, but I mean, like we didn't ask what you wanted. So when you die, Ariana, who is also Penny and Anisha, what do you want when you die? And hopefully that will be soon. But if you did, what do you want?
Wolves.
Wolves. Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. What do you think about wolves?
Yeah, or at least like a very natural one, like just find a plot of land and then just kind of leave me there.
Right. So no burying. Just. What about your mum and your dad and your sister?
Oh, tell them for sure. Maybe don't tell them where I am because they might want to try to move me, but like just tell them, you know.
You want a marking on your place of death. Okay. Do you want me to take something as your death? Do you want a death token?
Do you want 2 graves, one for each of you?
No, I think just one.
They're one person now, right?
Yeah.
So do you have a death token, or
Oh.
maybe we have multiple death tokens? Maybe there's a death token for the people that would have been Penelope's parents, and a death token for the people that would have been Anisha's parents, or maybe there would be just one death token if there is no grave site for people to go and mourn your death. Do you want people to mourn your death? Like, do you want people to celebrate your death? Do you want a party?
I mean, I want them to kind of process it however they want to. So if they want to celebrate, if they want, I mean, I prefer celebrations, but if they want to celebrate, or if they need to mourn, or they need to punch something in the face, maybe not that one.
Do you want to punch? Do you want
No
alcohol?
punching.
Do you want cookies? Do you want...
I mean, if you want, you could go to like a florist place and find some seeds and plant a garden.
Okay. Can I tell people the place of your death if I'm fortunate enough to be with you when you die?
Sure. I mean, yeah, unless it's like way out in a very like dingy place, then just make up something.
So what?
Like
You're dead,
over
you're
by a really
alive,
pretty tree or something.
They can make the trek. You are worth a trek.
No.
You are worth a trek.
Okay.
To a forest or a swamp or a bog or wherever it is you die.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have.
Would you like a pilgrimage? A pilgrimage.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys have figured out and finally talked about what will happen to Ariana's body after she dies, and great. That's a great sign that you guys think you're all going to survive this. Yeah. So.
Oh wait, I didn't ask her who she thought like she can trust.
Yeah. Who do you trust?
Who do you trust? Like, who do you think we can trust?
I I'm other than you.
I mean, I can tell you who I definitely don't trust, and I think I'm going to keep keeping my eye on. Is that little kid that keeps idolizing Tabbi. He is like, I'm watching him.
There's so much I don't like. I don't.
Who is it, Verity?
You were with me from the beginning, and when we tried to save Anisha, and we couldn't, and we tried.
Yeah, we did.
After that, nothing. People are selfish.
Yeah.
There wasn't. I was just say, like, day after day when no one was sat in the halls being. I know that you weren't a slave, but Elly and I were, and we sat there day after day. We met there every single morning, and you just don't get to just walk in and tell us that you're on our side, and they're not.
No, I mean, I wasn't. I was a part of that side, you know? And until I met you guys, I didn't really knew that there were sides. And that's
and you
kind
promise
of...
me. Anisha, if you ever need me, you will scream so loudly that the gods will hear you. Promise me that you will scream so loudly and you will let me come and fight for you. Promise me.
Of course, I promise. But if you see me go over the edge, will you be able to do, like, if I, start losing it myself? Because, like, I included myself in people that I trust.
You're not that person. Don't say that. That is not who you are.
How do I know? I mean,
you're not that person.
I know. I try. But, like, if I do go over the edge...
Then what?
Well, then I need you to help out with that. As, like, a last resort.
Would you think I'm supposed to kill you? I mean, I don't want to do that.
Oh, I would have been a little bit shocked if you said, "Yeah, sure, that sounds great. I can't wait." But I mean, I can't trust myself half the time.
You're supposed to be, you were supposed to be the best of us.
Oh, I try.
There's so little of us left. You were supposed to be the good one. You were supposed to be the one that fixed everything. You were supposed to be the one that had the answers. You were supposed to be the one that learned everything and fixed everything. And I don't. How am I supposed to say that?
I'm still going to try. But
How am I supposed to say that if you can't? That I'm supposed to. I can't.
well, we're amassing a pretty good team. So I'm just you know, in the same vein as, you know, figuring out what happens when I go. It's just kind of an insurance policy.
Do you think that? Do you actually think it'll get to that point? You are no longer yourself.
I don't
You're
know.
no longer in control of your body and your spells, and that you would actually do things that you didn't mean to. That you would hurt people that you didn't want to.
I mean, that's part of the reason why I started studying these darker sides of the magic, was to show people that this magic itself is neither good nor bad. It's how you wield it. But, you know, with some of the stuff, it's pretty tainted. I just don't want to be wrong.
All right. Well, let's end the game there since we're past time. So, as always, thanks you everyone for tuning in. You can join the Darkness and Dragons community by following us here on Twitch or on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you want to find more about me, you can check me out at Feminist Gamer or on the XP Billionaires podcast. Laura.
Everything is at Dark Moon Dice.
You can find me on Instagram at Luna_moon_C.
And I'm pretty much everywhere at Notes Reviews, and check out my podcast, which is Quid Prog Quo.
I'm at Fortune Favors or right here on Level Up Dice Twitch.
And you can find me here and on Instagram at Shrycool, or if you want to find me on Twitter, it's at Ian Paraskis. If you want to watch my streams, Mondays at about, I think I started at 4:30 on Monday. I think I'm going to do 4:30 to about like 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard. I'm playing through every mainline Pokemon generation. I'm currently in Pokemon Yellow, so please come by.
Tasty.